Y'all, I am back in the kitchen because I want to share with you another forgotten gardening tip. So, did you ever think about what your grandparents, great grandparents, and their grandparents used to garden? Because think about it, back then, they didn't have aisles and aisles. They didn't even have, forget about the aisles, they didn't even have the big brand stores to go to for fertilizers or soils and all the different things. So they had to make do with what they had. Everybody back then had gardens, right? You hear about the victory gardens. Everybody was gardening and they were doing bartering systems. So if one person was growing beans and another one was growing peas, maybe they would swap. You get some of my greens, you give me some of your peas. I remember my grandmother doing that. She had a cousin who would go fishing, and my grandmother would grow peas, field peas, and she would give her big bundles of field peas, and then we'd go over to her cousin's house, and we'd help her shuck her peas, and she'd give us a quarter. Yeah, just a quarter. But I wanted to share with y'all something that they used, and this has multiple uses. And you're going to know it because you probably use it during the holidays to make gingerbread cookies. That's right, Blackstrap Molasses. So first I'm going to tell you what blackstrap molasses is. It is a byproduct of sugar cane. So we know the white sugar that we use in a lot of different things, cooking, baking, all the uses for making beverages like lemonade, all the kind of things, sweet tea. But blackstrap molasses comes from the sugar cane. So when they process out the sugar that we know, what's left? Because sugarcane is full of nutrients, and what's left behind is the blackstrap molasses. So this is what ends up with all of the nutrients. And let me tell you, loaded, loaded. It has everything almost that your plant needs except for nitrogen. It has magnesium, phosphorus, calcium, potassium, iron. It has all of that in here. So this is actually what farmers used to take as a supplement for themselves, for their livestock, and their plants. If you've never used blackstrap molasses to make gingerbread cookies, maybe it tastes so good. And that's the crazy thing. We can eat it. I get some of my tea. It's so good. Okay, so I have my watering can, and the ratio is basically 1 gallon of water to 1 to 2 tablespoons. So I have a larger spoon here, and it's 1 to 2 tablespoons. One. I think I poured a little too much, but it'll be okay. And you want to use a slightly lukewarm water. You don't want cold water because you want to dissolve the molasses. Give it a good stir. I want to give this another good stir. And we can go water some plants. Now, because the blackstrap molasses does not have nitrogen, which plants really need, there's a couple things that you can do if you want to do it naturally. You can plant some beans next to whatever the companion, plant them with whatever vegetable you have in your garden beds, or you can use rainwater. And the rainwater will have nitrogen that you need. Now, I don't give this to all plants. I usually give this to high producing plants like cucumber. Going to give some to these peppers. These are jalapeno peppers because I see lots of flowers and little tiny buds of peppers that are forming, and so they're going to start producing like crazy. So I'm going to give them a little bit. And if you notice right here, I planted some beans. That's going to bring the nitrogen as well. We have our first jalapeno, and then I see a couple other babies that have already formed. This was perfect timing. So guys, this was such perfect timing. And the beauty of the blackstrap molasses is that that mixture is liquid. So yeah, you can use your granulant or powdered fertilizers. But the thing about a liquid is it's automatically and instantly going to go into that plant, be absorbed into the plant. It's going to feed the soil as well, the microbiome in the soil, and that plant is instantaneously going to suck up that blackstrap molasses, the magnesium, the potassium, the calcium, iron. Also, did I mention iron? Iron is in there as well. The phosphorus, all of those nutrients sucked in. A lot of new tomatoes forming, and they also need that calcium and magnesium. A beautiful squash, zucchini, and I see a baby. Another one in there. And the eggplant's coming along well. Look at the eggplant. I'm just going to give all of these guys a little drink. So guys, here I have some okra, and when it rained, you can see that the seeds went to like one spot or clumped in certain spots because I have multiple plants here where I put them in a row, but the rain moved the seeds, so I didn't bother them. I let them continue to grow, but now as seedlings, I'm going to need to move these, and then I'm going to give them some of that blackstrap molasses as well because seedlings need nutrients. All right, y'all, before I go, do you see these massive pumpkin leaves behind me? So listen, like normally I'm out here gardening and I'll have like a little pouch or pocket right here, and I sometimes spill seeds. I was like, how did how did they get in there? And they just started growing so beautifully that I left them. But let me show you them. It's growing in between my lemon balm, in between the lemon balm and the lemongrass, and the pumpkins has pretty much just taken over. Look at it, it's all the way down here on this side. All right, y'all. If it was good enough for farmers, it's good enough for me. Blackstrap molasses has been used for decades, decades. And so I am still using it. I say this, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. I say that all the time. I don't understand why we have to have aisles and rows of all these different fertilizers when what we need, we already have. All right, I told Mr. Pumpkin, I talked to my plants, y'all. So I told Mr. Pumpkin, I'm not going to bother you. I'm going to leave you right there and we're going to see what you do. We want to see what you produce. So as always, I hope that this was helpful, and I thank y'all so much for spending time with me, and I'll see you in the next video.